after. Dear band.
All right. This is Kirk Hickman from Frankfort, Illinois. I'll be judging you today in the caption of Percussion Performance. You guys have got the airgram market cornered. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, looks like we're just about ready to go.
Judges, are you ready? Drum majors, Sarah Mendelson and Alex Seesbergen. Is your band ready?
They were born ready!
Glenbrook North High School Spartan Marching Band, you may take the field in competition.
All right, looks like we might have a Beatles show here. I'm going to kind of start out in front of the pit here. All right, nice timing, front to back here. Alright, so front ensemble-wise, the bass drum level seems really hot. Listen to what it is upstairs. I'll refer to those guys up in the box for what it is. Timing front to back seems pretty okay. Make sure accessory people, one of the things that always happens, we want to play too loud, and we get to a point where we can't hear the battery. So make sure we got that timing front to back really solid. Just those little bits of fray there. Maybe also check out some different colors, like it looks like we got pretty confined little setup and stuff, but think how we can mix and match a little more to use like one sound for a little bit longer and then create a little bit of different color when we change something else. I'm going to have drums and see how we're doing back here. A little hard to hear the drum line in the front. I'm going to check kind of playing spots and approach, see how we're doing back here. Hopefully keep out of your forward march here. Nice bass drum visual. Alright, some nice grooves set up here by Drumline. A little bit of clarity on the end, but definitely a nice sense of pulse, nice sense of groove here. I would say definitely squeeze into the drum a little bit more, like some of the accent patterns, probably written about 9 and 3. Definitely play into the drum quite a bit more. That's going to give you some clarity. Tenors, check our playing spots. Definitely squeeze the beats just a little bit lower towards the head. All right. Keep on your way here. For my money, I'd say we're a little more the center of the drum. If you go in that bottom third, you're just going to get a lot more life out of the sound. So yeah, snares, we're definitely playing a little bit on the top of the head. So you want to push like you're pushing through that bottom head. Yeah, I love the sound we're getting. Some nice things happening here. Good use of accent pattern as opposed to just kind of rocking out on a hi-hat. All right, basses, bring those elbows out so you're like almost like airing out armpits. Bring the wrist out a bit and point the beat of the stick into the head more. That's going to help you get a little more bang and more clarity. All right, snares kind of looking behind on the hand. We got a pretty loose approach to the drum. You probably want to grab on a little bit more. That's going to help you play in. Looking into the tenor backs, looks we got some stick changes coming up. Thank you for that in the future. That's pretty awesome. All right, percussion, nice job balancing some multiple responsibilities there. Having a pretty tough drill move and a lot of notes. All right, nice unison paradiddle between tenors and snares. All right, yeah, definitely some multiple responsibilities happening. Snares, I would just say, yeah, maybe even look at bringing the height of the drum up more. If the kids aren't playing into the head enough for you, just go ahead and crank that thing up a little bit, and that won't give them an option, so they'll really have to dig in. I'm kind of stuck back here with your sax line trying to get around to the front. My apologies if you're not getting the read you want right now. I'm going to see if I can get in front of the pit and check some more front-to-back stuff. But yeah, hats off. I gotta say, I think last time I judged you was like, man, it's gonna go on about 6-7 years ago, and this is a completely different thing than I saw then. Oh, nice color with the conga. A little percussion moment here in the front. You know, something to think about instead of doing some rolls on the keyboard, and obviously without amplification, you know, and giving the kids some stuff to do as well. But to have a little more of an ostinato, do a nice job with our 4-mouth technique here. But, you know, and see, where can we bring these textures with front ensemble? I would say you got your 3 keyboard players clear here. Find out, like, end of the phrase. Go ahead and take one of those 8th note lines that goes right to the end of the phrase and connects to the next phrase. Put it on bells to help create that little handoff into your big arrival point. A little off caption, but very nice sound coming out of your horns here, right in front of the low brass. Might be an idea to take a look at the vibe mallet. The vibe mallets, I mean, obviously we got some that's pretty used from our band room supply, but you know, check out something that might be a little more bright. You know, for the outdoor playing without amplification, sometimes getting up to the box is just a nightmare. Also, take a look at your playing spots and the fluting on the vibes. During the marching season, it's a good idea to just kind of even tape those suckers down so that fluting remains open, and they'll give you just a lot more life out of the keys. When they're closed flat, you're kind of fighting a losing battle. And to watch playing spots, every vibe player in the world plays way too close up. Oh, heck yes, Abbey Road drum solo. But, you know, to bring that, especially that left hand, bring it further back towards the center of the bar. You can never go wrong with the Abbey Road drum solo. I like kind of the interpretation of it there in the writing. You know, I gotta say, it's a lot more fun than I was expecting. This is a really good show going here. Cool. Yeah, like it a lot. You know, little points of clarity, like, you know, when you're doing a repeated 16-note pattern, it's just 2 and 4. Watch that the ands don't rise as well. So what's going to happen is the and of 1, the and of 3 will want to come up. And so you really got to squeeze that stick down. One thing you can do to create a little more excitement in the battery parts, bass looks like bass 1 is way off the drum. Try to point those beats in even more. Yeah, and there's the timing, yeah. Once those sticks drop down, those timings will go with it. You know, look at, in bass drum-wise, how we can create a little motion in the bass drum part just to help that energy come into our book, in our show. Nicely done. I mean, I'm just so floored at what a massive jump this is from the last time I saw this band. Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say, when you've got a small pod and a lot of guys in there, when you're looking at orchestrating that stuff, you know, draw out the pod arrangement and think how they're going to get there, and even once you get it out there, there will always be some point where a kid's like crawling on top of another guy to get to something. So kind of spread that thing out and then pass out different parts. Like, okay, this guy's going to play this guy's going to play this, so you don't have them just kind of like, you know, fighting traffic in there, which happens, you know.
March well, guys.
That's a nice thing. If you have a drum tech, they can stand there and go, okay, now you're going to play this now. You play his rhythm here, and it just helps from having that. You know, it's just terrible when that shows up on like a visual thing. This is a distraction from your visual guys. I hate to see you caught in that. Massive hats off. This is just a completely different thing than I saw last time I watched you guys. So, yeah, congrats. I'm just very impressed with the change. Nice writing. I loved the Ringo solo done up.
I love you.
Oh, man. Kids are about to march over my pencil. Hold on.
Eleanor.
But yeah, it's just a massively different thing. Nicely done. Look at how we can create some more kind of musicality. It's hard with the rock book, but you know, look at how we can create some more stuff. Maybe with expanding out some of the bass drum stuff a little bit more, and maybe a little bit more like ostinato and pit to create some more motion. Thanks.
To Taylor, I am cheering for you just as proud as your mom could be. To the color guard, march well, guys. I love you so much. From a very, very loving person. Glenbrook North Marching Band, best of skill today. Have lots of fun and I love you. The No Line Sisters. To the trumpet section, you guys have been awesome all year. It's been a pleasure to get to know you all. Love, Joey. Alex Diesbergen. Alex, I'm so happy I finally get to see you and do your thing in real life today. Best of skill, I love you to the moon and back. Hugs and kisses, Eleanor. To the whole guard, is this the Christy Crab? No, this is the GBN Spartan Marching Band from Rich and Josh. To the Glenbrook North Marching Band,